turn up the AC. Hot takes.
Lights, camera, and action is large. Eagles get flattened. The lord to this debate, boy, I hate and get irate. We rate and irritate. Your game is on my plate. The fans anticipate. Of course, we give them great.
Gonna turn up the AC. Got the temperature raising. The latest, hottest takes. No bias for ratings. We coming with straight heat. That's why it's amazing. Go ahead and share the link if you're feeling what they think.
Pulling daggers like KD. Launching missiles like Brady. Hot takes on the daily. Outcome is amazing.
Only kick with the IC. Analytics unlikely. No matter what they speak, hot takes turn up AC.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Reason back again. I just want to talk about who I think is going to be the top 10 players in the NBA going into the season. But you know what they're going to do this year. So let's get right into it. At number 10, I'm torn between two players. And one of these players is going to be left out of the top 10, sitting at number 11 on the outside looking in. And those two players are Paul George and Kyrie Irving. The reason why I'm torn in between them is because Paul George isn't going to start the season healthy. He's going to miss a little while for the Clippers to start the year. And clearly he's the second best player on the team. Kawhi is better than him. So I think he's going to get his just due. I mean, he was third in MVP voting this past season. But I'm torn between him and Kyrie because I think Kyrie's going to have a huge year. I think Kyrie Irving has the potential to get Brooklyn, at best, to a top 3 seed. I think 1 and 2 is locked in from Philly and Milwaukee. And from 3 on down, I think it's wide open. I think Indiana can hop in that number 3 spot. Brooklyn, Boston, if they have a great year, if everything goes right for them. Like, there's a couple teams who can go into that 3rd spot. And I think Kyrie is going to show why he's on my top 10 list coming in at number 10, because I think he's going to get them at least a 4 seed. But like I said, at best, a 3. So, I got Paul George on the outside looking in at number 11 and Kyrie Irving number 10. Coming in at number 9, I got the Joker from Denver, Jokic, arguably the best big man in the game. Arguably, I'm not saying he is. That's why he's sitting at number 9 for me, because I don't think he is the best big man in the game. I think there's 2 that are better than him. Yeah, so I got Jokic at number 9. I think he's going to have a huge year. He's going to have Denver in the conversation, for the top 2, top 3 seeds in the West. I don't think what they did last year was a fluke. They're a year better. He's a year better. He can stretch the floor, shoot from 3. He's got it all in terms of big man, I think he has some time to go before he really becomes the player that he can be. But as of right now, I got him sitting at number 9 on my top 10 list. We're going to keep this one moving. He's coming in at number 8. Dame Dollar. Damian Lillard. Pound for pound, this man is top 5 in the league with what he can do, pound for pound wise. Such an incredible talent, range from anywhere, sending people home on buzzer beaters multiple times in the playoffs. He did it to Paul George and OKC. He did it to Houston when they had Dwight Howard. Come on, man. Dame Lillard needs to get his just due, and it's about time people are starting to recognize he is on the level of Kyrie Irving. He, right there just behind Steph Curry, because I still think Steph is the best point guard in basketball. But right now, I got Dame Dollar at number 2 on the point guard list. Last year, I had Kyrie ahead of him. Not anymore, especially based off what Dame did last season. I think he's going to build off of it again. Every year, he's counted out. Every year, Portland is never given respect. But mainly because of, no disrespect to CJ McCollum, but mainly because of Damian Lillard, they are in the mix every year. They've been a 3 seed the past couple of years in the Western Conference, and nobody talks about them like they should. I think Hassan Whiteside was a pretty good pickup for them. Don't let them mess around and try to figure out a trade to get Kevin Love to go play over there. Those people might forget Kevin Love is from the Pacific Northwest. You know what I mean? So yeah, it'd be really good to see that happen. You know. So I got number 8 on my top 10 list. I got Damian Lillard, and I think he's gonna have a huge year. So we're gonna keep it pushing and come up to number 7 on my list. Number 7, I got Joel Embiid. I think this brother can move up a couple of slots by the time next year comes around. The potential for him to be an all-time great is there. He just got to stay away from injuries. I think losing to Kawhi and Toronto last year is going to be a scary thing for the rest of the NBA, because if that feeling from losing drives him, as it should, to better his game, to just to up his intensity and take him to the next level, then watch out rest of the NBA. Joel Embiid is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and on my top 10 list, I have him coming in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, a lot of people aren't going to like this one because a lot of people have this guy in their top 5. Some would say he's number 1. I don't think so, because he's amazing in the regular season. If this was strictly regular season stuff, this man is top 5, top 3, top whatever you want to say, but he's up there. I'm talking about James Harden. I got him sitting at number 6 as best player in the NBA, the 6th best player. He's an incredible talent. He's going to be in conversations this year once again for most valuable player. He's been in the conversation for the past 3-4 years, winning once 2 seasons ago. I mean, now you're pairing him with Russell Westbrook, and that's an amazing combination together, because you can't stop either of those guys one-on-one. There's just no way you can stop them. But one thing that hurts Harden, but he's greatly improved, is on the defensive end. That, to me, is why I can't put him in the top 5. And it's not that he can't get into the top 5. It's just the way the game is played nowadays. It favors him, and players like he's learned how to adjust his game to the rules. He learned how to take advantage of the rules. His little step back that looks like a travel. A lot of people argue that it's not. A lot of people say that it is. But yeah, I got James Harden coming in at number 6. So we're about to get into the top 5 list. Here we go. My top 5, coming in at number 5, Anthony Davis. Now, before I go any further, I would not be mad if someone switched out James Harden in the top 5 in place of Anthony Davis. But I think this year, Anthony Davis is going to solidify his place among the best players in basketball. He already is one of the better players in the league, but I feel like he's a bit overrated. Hear me out. Based off stats, and for the people who only care about stats, they swear he's top 2 in the league. He is not. I repeat, he is not. If he's in your top 5, he's closer to number 5 than he is to number 1. Let's be honest and be real about that. Okay? With all that being said, I think Anthony Davis has the potential to become most valuable player this year, and maybe even defensive player of the year, because he's vocally already said that he wants to be the defensive player of the year. And as a Laker fan, I'm down with that. I would love to see Anthony Davis be the defensive player of the year. Hell, I'd love to see him be the MVP this year. I want to see him do big things. I think pairing him with LeBron James is bad news for the rest of the NBA. It's not going to be easy. I think LeBron and AD are the best duo in the league. So yeah, coming in at number 5, I got Anthony Davis, and he is my potential most valuable player for this upcoming season. Coming in at number 4, I got another guy who I think is going to be back in the MVP conversations. This man is the heart. I take that back. This man is the engine that makes the Warriors go. Steph Curry. I say he's the engine of that team because, let's be real, Draymond Green is the team's heart. So take nothing away from Steph, but he's the heart of the team is Draymond. The engine is Steph Curry. Steph Curry's going to have a huge year. I don't think the Warriors are going to be a top 3 seed because they're not playing for that. They're playing to be healthy come playoff time. You know, they'll get Clay back before the playoffs, work him in, hopefully, you know, so they're 100% by the time it gets for real come April, May. But I think he's going to have a huge year, and I think his numbers are going to be incredible. I think he's going to be back in the MVP discussion. He's going to finish top 3 in MVP voting this year. I got Steph Curry coming in at number 4 on the top 10 players list for the 2019-2020 season. Coming in at number 3, I got last year's most valuable player, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. Incredible player. He would be higher on this list, but he was a little exposed in the playoffs by Kawhi Leonard. His lack of a jumper really hurt him and the Bucks, which is why they ultimately lost the series to Toronto. Take nothing away from Giannis, though. That's literally his only weakness, the fact that he don't have a reliable jumper. That's really his only weakness. He does everything else, you know, up at the elite level. That it's just his jumper. If and when he's able to develop that, it's going to be scary for the rest of the league because he's already such an incredible player and he's so young. He's going to have, in my opinion, the Milwaukee Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. And we'll see if the result is different this time. If he'll actually get to the finals, we'll see. But I got coming in at number 3, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. Now we're at the top 2. Top 2. It's amazing that number 2 on this list is still among the best players in the NBA. And that man is LeBron James. LeBron James, in my opinion, is the second best player in the NBA going into this season. He wouldn't be if everybody was healthy, because he would be moved out of the top 2 if Kevin Durant was not injured. Let me be perfectly clear about that. I'm not just saying he's this high because I'm a Laker fan and he plays for the Lakers. Anybody who knows me knows I'm extremely hard on LeBron James. But I think he is the second best player in the NBA. He's going to help Anthony Davis and lead the Lakers back to the Western Conference Finals. And I'll tell you the rest of that when I do my predictions on how I think the season is going to turn out. But I got LeBron James coming in at number 2 in the NBA. Number 1, and I think is rightly deserved, Kawhi Leonard. He earned it through last year's playoff run, leading the Toronto Raptors to the NBA Finals, beating the Warriors. Granted, the Warriors were injured. Regardless, though, he got Toronto to the finals, something they weren't able to do with Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. But going into this season, I got Kawhi Leonard as the best player in the NBA. The 2 best players in the league both play in Staples Center. Lakers Clippers is going to be amazing. I just wanted to drop who I think is the top 10 players in the NBA. So until next time, this is Reason. Go ahead and comment, hate, debate, whatever you want to do. We appreciate it all. And let me know in the comments who you think your top 10 is. You know what I mean? And tell me where I'm wrong. Let me know. Until next time, this has been Reason, and we're out.